Replace me, bitch! Did you know that one of the main pushers of anti-abortion policy and lobbying is the white replacement theory, where mainly white folks, and coincidentally, well, maybe not actually, because they probably made their wealth through racism and slavery and so on, but the ultra rich are worried that they're going to be replaced by global racial majority folks. And I'm just like, fucking replace me already, Jesus Christ. Like, and also, do you know that we are already a minority in the world as a race, as white people? Okay, even though we like to pretend that we're the majority, we're not, okay? But anyway, we have kind of taken power as if we are the majority and designed the whole world according to that. I think I've had enough of white people dominating the power and the hierarchy and the damage that white supremacy is causing everyone and all the nature and animals. The most valuable and important insights right now, well, since they've been oppressed, is people from the global racial majority. Oh, don't we need support from vulnerable groups who know how to band together as a community? Oh, don't we know how to cope with oppressive and difficult governments? And also support our community who aren't getting enough health services, like the Black Panthers organise their own ambulance services. And do we need to like learn from and listen to indigenous peoples and protect them? Like, I'm fucking sick of white people in power like messing the whole world up, like literally the entire world up. I don't give a shit who's the majority or what. I don't give a shit, mate. And statistically, it's not very likely it's white people. That's just not how stuff works. Anyway, but who gives a fuck? I'm pretty sick of us being in power and fucking everything up. And if you don't understand how to talk about privileged groups, you can bitch about privileged groups, okay? Because you're bitching about the system in place of power, in this case, racism and colonialism, which is structured in a certain way, which is why you can't have the reverse, sorry, not sorry, white Nazis. For that excuse that you like to use, white racism doesn't exist, okay? You can't be racist towards white people because that's not how racism functions globally. Please learn about it. Yeah. The reason why we're in this mess is because of inequalities, is because of racism, is because of poverty, is because of wealth inequality. So it's natural when people are freaked out as a species and as the public, their lack of empathy increases because they're going into survival mode, okay? And that's part of why we get a rise at the far right, and the ultra rich try to blame the vulnerable to make us fight against each other so we don't band together, because we can literally do anything we want. Like, we can literally do anything we want in the future if we came together, especially if we came together with global racial majority folks across the world. Finally, it's being mainstreamed that, you know, colonialism is bad, capitalism is bad, like equality for all is good. Like, this is becoming more and more mainstream as people are coming to that realization that we have to change the system radically in order to survive as a human species. It's literally like not another option, okay? So it's not radical, it's just being practical according to the information at hand, okay? Especially when we got here because of inequalities and capitalism and colonialism, etc. Obviously the antidote is the opposite. Like, anyway. God, there's just so many thoughts, and then they fucking leave. Like, I really think this is like a test of like how loving and anti-oppressive and pro-equality can we be, because the faster we get to this new place of a new system where we're helping each other as a, you know, peer support community, which is totally doable without the larger systems like capitalism and colonialism. Obviously, whatever happens, we'll still be reeling from all of that. But yeah, it's totally possible, and it's basically inevitable unless we just continue as we are until everything literally like dies. So the quicker that we do this and are anti-oppressive and create this new world of love and empathy and compassion, which is so much more doable with collaborating with vulnerable folks, with collaborating. Literally, the IPCC report said, like, in terms of climate adaptations and work for the future and making the future livable, like, centralizing vulnerable people is critical because we have invaluable insights for our communities and the system doesn't like that, and so it's marginalized us and targeted us, you know, of different forms. So whether that's like disabled, autistic, global racial majority folks, indigenous folks, and so on, for everyone that's vulnerable. Yeah. Anyway, the quicker we do this, the quicker we realize this and take action and change things, the critical impact is going to be less. Like the bad stuff is still, there are going to be very difficult futures ahead, but the difficulty is going to reduce the quicker we do this. And we fucking need to basically do this very, very quickly because of the state of the world and everyone and the climate. So, yeah. So I do feel like that this is a very symbolic test of humanity, and I think we'll get it right. Like, obviously, yes, you could say a lot about that, but what I'm trying to say is, like, I think we're going to realize quite quickly and turn things around quite quickly over the next few years. And a lot of astrologers as well think that. So it's quite well known in some parts of the astrology community that, which is very accurate in my experience, that by the end of 2026, the world will be very, very different. Hopefully, it's going to be fucking hard, but hopefully it will be because, well, the results will be like a totally different world for the better. But yeah, it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be easy. So we need to look after ourselves. Vulnerable people, you need to look after yourselves. Privileged people can do the labor for once, okay? And also you can trade in, you know, in terms of labor about this stuff, and like swapsies and stuff. But we need to survive, and like that also means looking after yourselves. And also that goes for everyone, obviously, as well as doing the work and, yeah, using your privilege to share the love. Share the love. Yet another link of how sexism and racism is linked as well, because these really right-wing anti-abortion groups and lobby groups that have been successful in a lot of America, it's all based on white supremacy and racism and trying to preserve the white reproductive process, essentially, because a lot of white folks are not having kids in the States, for example. So it's literally a huge part of the anti-abortion laws is about that. And like, which is so awful on so many levels. Like, not only is it all just totally morally wrong, obviously, but like, it's just antithetical to the whole purpose of what we're supposed to be doing and where we're supposed to be going. And it's like causing so much unneeded and unnecessary suffering. It's just disgusting in so many ways. Like, inequality really does devastate all of us and all of the world. Yeah. And we need to fight against that in order to make sure the future is going to be better. Also, like, the ultra rich are funding loads of money into reform and trying to push them into power and into more and more power, and also anti-abortion lobbying. We need to start fighting against it. Also, all the immigrant stuff. I mean, I know that it's just the right trying to exploit people's strong feelings to make them hate each other, us hate each other, and so that they can, yeah, keep supporting the ultra rich. This is what the far right and reform and far right parties do, and keep us divided while pretending that they are like ordinary people that have our interests at heart. That's not the case. Do you really think immigration is gonna stop or reduce? Have you not heard of climate collapse? Like, it's gonna get way, 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 way worse. Okay, it's gonna get way, 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 way worse. I think Bangladesh might go underwater, like in a few years, or maybe it's like a few decades. But still, it's a lot of fucking people, man. And like, are we gonna just watch them die? Sounds like some of you are saying yes. Sounds like bit of a weird fucking bit of a weird future going on there. Okay, so we need to accept people. Okay, we are migrants ourselves. Everyone in the UK is like, literally, we've all moved around. That's how like that's how people are here, is because we've all migrated here in different ways, like our families' histories, blah blah blah. Yeah, we all came from fucking Africa, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. I think a lot of the recent stuff has like wakened up the majority of the population to be like, yeah, I agree with the rest of the world, actually, rather than the people in power. I have much more in common with people that are taking a stand against Israel. And oh wow, look, that looks like not the UK government or the US government. Oh, How surprising, you know, like we are all on the same side. And also, like, we lose out so much from not prioritizing and like giving or having global racial majority relationships. Like, that is a loss for white people, okay? Like, just like not having any like disabled friends or autistic friends or trans friends. Like, we are here for we are here for reasons that are important. Replace me, bitch.